Hi, my name is Alex Parker. I'm a student here at Truman County University. I'm an RA in the Cleveland Courts, and I'm a sports management major. I've been here for 5 years, and I've loved it all along. That's why I took a fifth year. No, I'm kidding. But today I'm here because I'm part of the BU 350 class, and this is the week one video. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about the 10 characteristics that you would like in an employee or in yourself as an employee, and then I'm going to talk about an entrepreneur. So let's get started with those 10 characteristics. All right, these 10 characteristics I'm about to tell you in order, like what I think is most important. And so the first one I'm going to say is obviously the most important one, and then the last one I'm going to say is the one that I don't that is important, but it's not as important obviously as the ones before it. So my first characteristic is you got to be honest. If you're not honest, then you can't be trusted in the workplace, and usually that'll get you fired or just not promoted, and you'll stay in the same spot that you've been at forever. Number two, you got to be hardworking. You got to be someone who is willing to do anything. I was once told if you can't work for free, then you shouldn't do it. I don't know if that's exactly true, but you got to work hard. Sometimes you will get paid less than you're supposed to, but you still got to work hard and do it. Um, Number three, you got to be smart. If you're not smart and you're dumb, that means you make dumb choices. And if you make dumb choices, well, that's going to get you fired. Number five, you gotta be a culture fit. You can't be somebody who's opposite of the culture. You can't work somewhere and be successful and not agree with what the culture kind of bases itself off of. Like if you're a 9 to 5 grinded out guy who doesn't need to take his time with anything, then a culture where like you work from 9 to 10, maybe 10 to 11, like a really lax work environment may not be best for you. Then again, it may be, but you always want to be a culture fit. You always want to try to find the place where you are best suited. Next, you gotta be upbeat. You gotta be somebody who comes into work every day. May not be your best day, but you're gonna have a positive attitude, and that's way easier said than done. I know this for people who are gonna comment. Um, you gotta be a natural leader. So this is the seventh quality. Gotta be a natural leader. If you're not a natural leader, well, then it's okay. That's why it's number seven. But I do think there are some things. I think there is something that everyone can lead in at some point. I don't think that everyone's a trailblazer at everything. Not trailblazer, excuse me, a follower at everything. I think a lot of people are leaders in a lot of things. They just don't know what they're leaders in yet. But I think you need to be a natural leader in at least something, one thing. Then you need to be detail oriented, and this is something that I want to work on as myself. But you got to be able to work on the details. You got to be able to get those fine ends. Dot your I's, cross your T's, as the old people say. And then you got to be confident. Um, Confidence, like you got to be able just to get out there and do it. Sometimes you're gonna fail. Sometimes you're gonna swing and miss, but you gotta be able to get out there and you gotta be able to do it. And then the last one is you got to be successful. Now, I put this as my last one because I think success kind of brings wisdom, and I think that wisdom can bring you can bring something to the workplace. I say it's number 10 because obviously I think the ones before are more important, but successful people are successful, and you need that. Um, and so the entrepreneur that I want to talk about with y'all today. He's a successful person, but that's not the reason why I'm talking about him. Now, you all may know him. His name is Phil Knight, and he's the creator of Nike. And I really like Phil Knight because Phil Knight took a business out of the back of his car, working a full time job with his partner in Japan, and they made it from Blue Ribbon Sports to Nike, and they made it into what one of my professors called a marketing company more than a brand company. I kind of disagree with that, but I saw where he was coming from. Um, you know, Phil Knight is a great entrepreneur because he always knows the latest trend, and it's always like he's a step ahead. It's like you see it released on, the store, or you see an article about it, or you see an ad, and it's like, I didn't know I wanted that until right now. And I think that's something that he is very good at. I think that is something natural that him and his company are very good at. Um, but he was the founder of Nike, and he sold his shoes and the products out of the back of his car, like I said earlier. And I think that is a struggle. Like, you when you think about selling something, you never think about, I'm gonna have to sell this out of the back of my car. I think you think, I'm gonna be in New York, I'm gonna be running through offices, um, I'm gonna be selling my stuff, my shoes, apparel, whatever you're selling. And so I think that was also a struggle. And then working a full time job, like, you can't just go to work and be like, all right, tick 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 tick. All right, I gotta go sell Nike stuff. That's not how that worked. He had to go and put just as much effort into that job as he did building his company. Now, eventually, he saw the demand, and then it became eventually, gradually, the $100 billion company that it is today, that ended up making the Jordan brand and LeBron shoes and everything in between, that we wear and that we want, or that we've seen people wear. Um, so that is it for the week one video. Thank y'all so much for listening today. I hope y'all have a great week, and God bless.